What's good, y'all, man? We are back again with another video. For those who didn't know, I was in Cancun last week, so I couldn't upload at all. The Wi-Fi was terrible, like really bad. I brought my laptop, brought my mic. I wanted to upload. I had a couple video ideas on vacation, but the Wi-Fi was bad, and I was on vacation. So, like, yeah, y'all don't need a video. I'm on vacation. And shout out to y'all, though, because y'all were watching some of my old videos. I noticed some of my old videos, views were going up, and the likes were going up, the comments was going up. So, shout out to y'all. One thing in this video I want to say before I get into anything. I can barely hear. That flight, I think that flight gave me an ear infection. I can't hear that much. I don't know what's up with this, bro. I cannot hear it out my left ear. Probably got to chew some gum or something, or close my nose and blow or something like that, because I can barely hear. But like I said, shout out to y'all for watching my videos. But let's get straight into this, man. So if y'all are basketball heads like me, y'all were paying attention to the Euro basketball tournament over the last couple months. We got to see a lot of great performances. Got to see Jokic versus Giannis. I think Giannis had 40. Jokic had 28, 11, 13. We got to see Luka beat France, who's I think is the best team overall in Euro basketball. We got to see him beat them by himself, and I think he dropped 46. Other players we got to see Domantas Sabonis and Jonas Valanciunas on the same team. That's a front court that's like, if you're little, you don't stand a chance against them two strong dudes. But we got to see a lot of basketball, man. And one thing I want to say before I get into anything, for Giannis to drop 40, not even only 40, but for him to be as dominant as he was in this Euro basketball tournament, this shows to me why he's the best player in the world. Because if y'all don't know how Euro basketball is, the rules are set up to stop him. And this is the second time he's dominated against rules or teams that set up to stop him. He dominated the Celtics. He dominated in the Euro League. In the Euro League, you can sit in the paint for how long you want. It's no 3-second violation. Rudy Gobert will chill in the paint for a whole game. It doesn't matter. And then you can run a zone. They run zones. They don't run man that much. They run mostly zones. And for him to dominate in that one a couple years ago, they lost like their first game against Brazil, and he only had 13 points, and he was getting stopped by Bruno Caboclo, and he was getting killed. And at that time, people didn't want to give him the best player in the world, even though he probably earned it in the NBA side of things. But in Euro basketball, a lot of people thought it's not, if you're the best basketball player in the world, it shouldn't be a defense that can stop you. And for him to go into this Euro basketball tournament and dominate the way he is, shout out to him. Shout out to him. That just proves to me that he's unguardable and by far the best player in the world. Yeah, but one player I've been paying attention to, not only in Euro basketball, but like watching him in Euro basketball made me want to make this video. Franz Wagner. He's on the team with Dennis Schroeder, who just got signed. Shout out to him. I heard he had a lot of offers. He just wanted to wait to after the Euro basketball tournament, which is kind of dangerous. Let's say you break your leg. Again, another fumble for Dennis Schroeder. But shout out to him. But him and Franz are on the same team. I think Mo is on that team, Franz's brother. But watching Franz, I just noticed just a lot of stuff in his game that, like, this next year, I can see him taking a huge leap. And I thought about his rookie season, and I'm like, yo, we don't talk about Franz that much. Like, let's look at the narratives. We talk about Cade, number 1 overall pick. Obviously, we're going to talk about him. Everybody is excited for that Jalen Green second-year leap, especially after the second half of the season when he's averaging 25, shooting over 48% from the field. We talked about him a lot. Evan Mobley, you know I talk about him a lot. Came to the Cavs, changed our whole tradition, helped us play winning basketball, turned our whole rebuild around. Now we're not even rebuilding, we're competing now. So we talk about him. Talk about Scotty Barnes, Rookie of the Year. We have to talk about him. Even guys that got picked after Franz, I believe. Josh Giddey. He got picked right before Franz. But Josh Giddey, during the season, Josh Giddey, as far as like his popularity, like if you go on TikTok, Josh Giddey was by far the most popular NBA player on TikTok. Josh Giddey got talked about so much in the regular season, and I'm excited for his next year. And he's getting talked about a lot in this in the off season. He had a really good summer league, so he's definitely getting talked about a lot. But we don't really talk about Franz, and that's kind of crazy to me, because when I look at Franz's game, out of all those guys I've named, I'll say only one person has this, and that's probably Cade. But when you look at their game, it's literally no flaws. Score, he can shoot, he can pass, he can play make, he can defend, he can do all the things, all the stuff you need to be a really good NBA player. He can do that. He's not elite at none of those things. None of those things. Sort of like Cade, they're not elite at none of those things yet. But coming as a rookie, they don't have no flaws in their game. And that's why it's so hard for me to talk about Franz, man, because I wanted Franz on the Kings so much. Because I'm a De'Aaron Fox fan, and I felt like they were doing a good thing by drafting or signing players that are like real basketball players. Like Tyrese Halliburton, to me, is a real basketball player, and he fit perfectly next to De'Aaron Fox. So I thought, and I like how they weren't going for potential. As far as like you drafted Davion Mitchell, betting on his defensive potential. You drafted Marvin Bagley, betting on his potential. I was hoping they could have got a guy like Franz, put him next to De'Aaron, because that fit would have been perfect. But yeah, we didn't get that. But as far as Franz Wagner, man, I just like his game a lot. And then it's just a couple games overseas where he was dogging. I just got to break it down. So throughout this video, I just want to show y'all multiple ways how Franz is just so effective and so crucial on the basketball court. So right here, gets the ball. Now this is Domantas Sabonis on him. This is Lithuania. This is versus Domantas Sabonis and Jonas Valanciunas. It's a really good game. Simply gets the ball through the legs, pull up right over his face. Good contest. That's just a simple bucket for Franz. But I believe he shot 36% from 3 last year. A little bit over league average, but I expect that to go up throughout his year. Another NBA player, and if I'm not mistaken, that's his teammate. I think Ignas Brazdeikis played for the Magic last year. So simply, I just love in his game that doesn't get talked about enough is his finishing. He's able to finish on either side of the basket with either hand. He's 6'11" with a super long wingspan that can finish over anybody. And he shows us right here. Simply breaks him down. Notice Domantas Sabonis about to close in, so he backs up. It looks like he's about to back him up to fake out Domantas Sabonis, then quickly just takes it in, finishes with his right hand. And that was just simple bag work. That was simple. And it was tough, though. It was really tough. That's just a good move. That's a move, man. Now, right here, this was his breakout game. As you can see at the top, he had 38 points, 4 3, 7 rebounds. Yes, we're focusing on the NBA right now. For some reason, I can't find that much EuroLeague highlights, but he was hooping in the EuroLeague. They just lost a couple days ago against France, but a couple days before that, he was the big reason why they beat Giannis and took Giannis out of the EuroLeague, the Euro Basketball League tournament, or whatever it's called. But in this game, this is his breakout game. He absolutely hooped. The one thing I love about Franz Wagner is his patience. I'm not saying he plays like Luka, but it kind of reminds me of a rookie Luka, where you can't speed him up, even though you try to. Like right here, Drew Holiday, one of the best defenders. Some people might shoot that because yes, he is wide open. What he does, pump fakes, get him, finishes again with his left hand, and that was just a tough finish, but that's at his own pace. I love his game, bro. I love this tough finish right here, running a pick and roll with his brother, which is really cool that you can play in the NBA with your brother. But simply gets the ball from his brother right here. Sees that he's fighting over the screen. As soon as he gets over the screen, now he's back over here. He sees DeMarcus Cousins not going to step up. What does he does? Simply pops up, fire. That's simple. That's really simple. But that's how he is, bro. He has a really simple game, but it's just so effective that it's hard to stop. Right here. Chris Middleton's about to fight over this pick. Right here. Now, notice Giannis is right there. Look at this move, bro. Somebody only his size can do this, but somebody his size being able to do this is also really cool to see, if you understand what that means. Simple Euro step. Simple Euro step over one of the best defenders of all time. Finishes with his floater. He had a lot of floaters this game. I could have showed you every single one of them, but I didn't want to overkill. But simple stuff like this. And now this next highlight is just, I'm not going to lie, I don't know how to explain this. Basically, he picks up the ball from right here, is able to finish right there. Let's just watch this highlight together. Picks up from right there. 1, 2. And that's not a travel. That's not a travel. That's where he picks up the ball. So, 1, 2. That's so tough, bro. That's so tough, bro. I can't even explain what that is. He splits everybody right there. Why did it mute? Oh, it has to be on mute. I'm tripping. But yeah, it splits everybody right there, bro. That's tough. Now right here, I want to show y'all a couple of his passes. Right here, again, simple stuff in Franz. Gets a double team. It's kind of a triple team because Bones Highland kind of bites in. And then simple dump ball pass to Wendell Carter Jr. And yeah, really good pass. Just a really good pass. And then we got one right here at, this one was the one I really wanted to show y'all. I looked up his measurements. 6'11" with a 7'3" wingspan. And for a guy his size to be able to see over the defense and also be able to pass, you get results like this. Gets him Bones. You got to stop biting, Bones. But gets another double team on him. Sees Gary Harris, one of his shooters, in the corner. Laser pass to the corner. And he's going to raise up most of the time. Simple three. Yeah, so Franz is a hard player to guard because at times, especially in the pick and roll, if you want to play up, this is not the play, but if you want to play up and you get results like these, LeBron wants to play up, basically trying to contest a three, and then he just simply drives right past you. Simply drives right past you and finishes whenever he wants, however he wants. He's a really good finisher. But then you also get stuff like this. You get another pick and roll, Melo stays back, and then he can just pull up in your face. So it's like you gotta pick your poison. One of those you pick your poison plays. If you want to step up on the pick and roll, okay, then he's gonna drive right past you. If you want to fade back on the pick and roll, he can pull up in your face, and you can contest it how good you want, however you want to do it. But he's 6'11" with a long wingspan. You're probably not gonna block that shot. And then stuff like this. Really good defense throughout the whole clip. Really good defense, but him, like, you really get to the back, 1-2. Like, what? That's really good defense by Kelly Oubre, who is, what the hell, who's also a long player, but he's able to finish over him with ease. That's just tough. Now, I've been wanting to do a Franz Wagner video for the longest, but seeing this tweet from my boy Avante on Twitter, he said, Franz Wagner, first of all, you spelled his name really wrong. Like, they be trying to pick on me because I be spelling names wrong on Twitter and stuff. But Franz Wagner, Vagner, it's a simple Google search, nigga. Simple Google search. But he says Franz Wagner in a few years from now will be a bigger, better Chris Middleton. Paolo's going to be the main guy, but Franz will be really good. And I love that tweet because I see where he's coming from. Like, I see Paolo being the number one guy soon down the line. And I also see him being one of the best players in the league. I'm also a really big Paolo guy. And then Franz, he has a lot of Chris Middleton in him where it's no flaws. On ball, off ball, he can do it both. Really good defender. Decent passer. I don't want to say really good playmaker, but a good playmaker in a sense. And he's going to be a really good 2 down the line. And I see what he's saying because I also see Paolo being the main guy when it comes to them competing for a playoff spot down the line. So I love that tweet and I love that comparison. I never really thought about that for Franz. But Chris Middleton, that's a really good comparison. But yeah, that wraps it up for this video, man. Franz, he has a lot to his game. A lot to his game. And I wouldn't be surprised if down the line he is one of the top 3 rookies in this draft class. I can see him down the line being a star player, being more than a Chris Middleton. So I wouldn't be surprised because it's no flaws. It's no flaws. And for him to be as good as he was in his rookie year, yes, it got overshadowed in the East by Scotty Barnes, who won the Rookie of the Year, and Evan Mobley. But he was really good. And out of all rookies, he was the most consistent one. Like, throughout the whole year, he was really good. Scotty started off hot, faded away in the middle, ended off good. Evan started off decent, faded away towards the end. And then Cade started off slow, was high at the end. Same thing with Jalen Green. But Franz was good the whole way. So I see a lot in his future, man. So let me know how y'all think I did with this video. Talk to y'all later.